Ladies and gentlemen, it's the TK Kirkland Show. You know how we do it every once a week. We talk to somebody around the world and see what they're going through, how we can help them out, or what we could do. So we have a gentleman from Nashville, Tennessee, and y'all forgive me if I sound a little nasal. I've been traveling, and it's cold, so I'm enjoying the rocket. But talk to me, family. What you got?
Oh, man, what's going on, Mr. TK? I sent you that message, and I actually forgot what it was.
All right, let me tell you what you're on. Okay, I'll tell you what's going on. These type of things are important because it makes you realize what's in your heart, or you bullshitting. 1 second.
I got you.
All right, so you said I'm married with kids, make $90,000 a year, and I have a clothing line that I believe that will change. Blah blah blah.
Okay, I remember now.
All right.
I remember now.
Yeah. So what's up?
Yeah. It just sometimes even it's main thing with the clothing line. Just get a little discouraged. That's all, because financially stuff comes in my way. Kind of slows me down a little bit.
But you said you're making $90,000 a year.
Right. I just started. With making that like in the last maybe the last 3 years. It's been like a $10,000 increase, and right now my wife just made a career change, so everything is on me.
All right. So when you say you made a career change, like what happened?
She was a school teacher.
Mhm.
And now she's a financial planner for Northwestern Mutual, and she just started that.
Ain't she making more money?
Ooh, that's kind of like a slow grind. It just don't happen fast like that. With getting clients and stuff like that, because some people are interested, some people are not, and it's mostly with us, with blacks, as far as like financial planning.
That's right.
And getting life insurance and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason we don't grasp and we don't get it. But thank God when we was doing our home buying process, we ran into this woman. She introduced us to the guy who just put us up on game about financial planning, life insurance, and other things. So everybody don't get it like we did, but I'm glad that we did get it, and I understand.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I make what I make, which I'm thankful for, it's still more. I know it's more, for me in life and stuff financially.
Right, I get it, family. I get it. 90,000 is like $10,000. You got family and all that kind of stuff. It's no joke.
Yeah.
And you got the feds gonna take theirs, the state.
You already know. And they doing it, but I know next year I should be in the 6 figures mark, because I drive for UPS. So next year I'll be making my top out money. So that'll put me like in another tax bracket too, which will help me out. Thank God, because I ain't always making that type of money. So but
all right. So here's my question, right?
Right.
How old are you?
34.
All right, so you're young, you're a baby. I know you don't think like that, but you're a baby. You know the problem that I have with the country and the world and the DMs that I get and the conversations I have with people is that nobody wants to put in the time to work. Everybody wants it today. And don't get me wrong, it's good. You know what I mean? It's good to have that ambition, but our fathers, see, my dad died when I was young, so I'm not making an excuse. I had to live by trial and error. But what I'm seeing is that the OGs, the older men of the world, don't take time to tell youngsters like yourself, right, that you can have whatever you want. You just gotta work for it and work hard. See, let's talk about back in the day, right, before the rap game came in the game. There was really nothing for youngsters, right? There's nothing for youngsters. So people worked hard and stacked, and some people created their own business and made it. But you really didn't hit it off. You really didn't see people really blowing up, right, to their 40s,
right,
to their 50s. You know? So I'm going back to your clothing line, right?
Right.
Your clothing line can take off next year or the year after. It's how much time you put in it. Now, I don't know if you have a social media following, but in today's society, your social media is your clothing line, is your fans, how you distribute to them. And what you do is you build over the next year or so. What you do is you ask people there on Instagram and all this kind of stuff. Now, is your clothes for males or females?
It's going to be for both.
All right. So you get yourself a lot of females, start saying, hey, I'm such and such. I got this clothing line. I'm going to be launching in about a year, and I'd like for you to follow me. You always say things realistically. You don't say I'm launching it next week or next month. You always say realistically about a year, right?
Right.
So you do that. You build up your fan base, even if it's 1,000 people or 2,000, and you only sell. If you've got 1,000 people, you're only gonna. Most people that buy stuff off 1,000 is 10%, right? So that's 100 people, but it's a check. But my point is, if you stay at it, it grows. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's the goal.
That's the goal. You got to stay in it for it to grow.
Right.
And that's how you win with that.
I got you. I understand, because I know it's going to be a slow process, which I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I did some research with those businesses and things like that. So I know it's going to be a process, and I'm down for the wait. I know it's just going to take some time, a little money too, but more so time and work than anything.
Yeah, and another thing I want people to understand is sometimes you guys want to hear yourself on the show, right? But you already know the answer. You just want to hear yourself. Like, that's why I don't get back all the time with everybody, because I say to myself, like, yo, do they really have the time? Do they really take the time to really think about it? Because you guys have the answer right there in front of you. Like, I want people to realize you don't have to call me for everything. Figure it out, do the right thing, and it will all work out. The goal is to work hard. The goal is not to try to put yourself in financial burden or go to jail. All right?
Yeah, I get that.
The goal is not to stick your dick in these women and be nutting in them and not having your money right. Right? Because women are beautiful, but it's also a setup. It's like alcohol, right? It's good to take a couple of drinks of alcohol, but if you drink alcohol too much, guess what? You get liver cancer. Your ass can die. You know, same thing with females. If you keep nutting in financial, them bitches gonna kill you.
Well, I learned that lesson at a young age, but I'm married now, so I don't worry about those issues or whatnot.
Yeah, but always be worried. Never think because the person you're sleeping with is 100% committed to you, because that's what hurts most relationships. That you wake up one day and say, I didn't see this shit coming, the bitch breaking up with me. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, never go through life like that. It's good to love her. It's good for her to love you. But always have that in your mind. This bitch or this nigga can leave me any day. Like my man who owns Amazon. He's the richest man in the world.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
And he about to give up $70 billion. Like, see, these niggas ain't players. Like, I'd have kept my wife. Even me and her wasn't together, I would have kept her. And I'd have told the female that I'm fucking with, look, bitch, we're going to be together, but I ain't marrying you. We could take trips together here and there, but I ain't giving this woman those $70 billion motherfucking dollars.
Oh, my goodness, that's funny, but it's true.
Yeah, because he ain't never had no young pussy. You feel me? She don't put that thing on his ass, and he done lost his motherfucking mind.
I hope that ain't what it was.
I bet you that's what it was, and I guarantee you, if he don't play his cards right, that bitch gonna get him too. Somewhere down the line, you know, and that's the reason why we have the problems that we have in this world, from R. Kelly to all these big time celebrities, because no one takes the time to mack these bitches. You gotta have. When I say by macking, you gotta be smooth enough to pull a female without drugs, without all that shit, right?
Right.
Let's let's say R. Kelly shit is true. He ain't have to keep him at his house. Nigga, what you trying to run a daycare?
Man, that's a whole nother. But
yeah, like nigga, fuck them and leave. But you ain't got to keep the bitches. These girls got parents that love them. He should have been inspiring bitches, dicking them down, and so. But when you go home, you listen to your mother and your father.
He was dogging them out.
Yeah,
in the process.
Yeah. You don't take them from their family. You fuck them and teach them and let them know that it's a good world out here. You're gonna be like, because them bitches listening. If them hoes is listening to him like that, he could have half them bitches being attorneys and running for Congress. If they listening to him like that. Because you ain't working. Yeah, I mean, if I'm fucking you like that, you listen to me. We're gonna achieve something.
Got to. I don't know what he was on.
Yeah,
he was on some whole next level type. I ain't no player, but I do know some do's and don'ts because I know guys who get around and do their thing or whatnot.
Right.
Some things is kind of common sense, but some people just don't care or whatnot. But
you got what's going on with this world.
Mm-hmm.
Is that over the last 20 years, people have lost decent respect and honor. People have lost moral consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
And people just don't care, Like, I'm not upset with the girls that was at R. Kelly's party. I'm not upset with them. My concern, my daughter's getting in the car. Hey, babe, I'm doing an interview, so just put your stuff down and coming in. Yeah, I'm not upset, because what has happened is that you can show how the world is divided. Like, them women are saying, I don't care what R. Kelly did.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Yeah, I don't care what he did, Then you have the levels of the parents.
Right.
That took the women to see R. Kelly.
That's the part I don't get.
And then complain about, like, your child is a minor, and you took your daughter to go see R. Kelly. Now you're on this show complaining that he kept them.
Mm-hmm.
When you hand deliver them quicker than FedEx.
Sure did. Sure
you know
did.
Yo?
Mm-hmm.
So when you got moments like that and you see the world, that's what I see. I see levels of confusion. I see people who have moral consciousness. I see people who don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what he did. You got R. Kelly who. See, here's the thing about crime. Switching the subject a little too. See, from drug dealers, those still associated with it, from drug dealers to white collar crime, whatever. People think they're never gonna get caught, right?
Right.
Now again, we live in a world that you got to do what you got to do sometime to come up. But if you're winning, eventually you got to stop.
Yeah.
Because what Afro-Americans do is that they always feel that the white man is trying to put them down, which is true, right? But some things we put ourselves in situations. Like R. Kelly, now they're saying that he was trying to do X, Y, and Z, and they trying to hold him back. When Bill Cosby trying to buy NBC, they're like, oh, they put these women together to create a conspiracy. And when I tell people all the time, women don't agree on nothing, right?
Right.
You can't even get 9 women together to agree on one thing, believe me, unless it's some makeup or some hair. That's it. No, for real. That's it. You can't get them to agree. So all these people didn't come together and have the same exact story who have never met each other. Because Bill Cosby went on a decades of disrespecting women. R. Kelly is going on decades where he could have stopped long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
He could have stopped long. Because like I said, we all, I'm not the most righteous guy in the world. I had my moments when I was young.
Yeah.
When I was young, when I was young,
I've done some dumb stuff too. I wish I could take back.
Right. I grew up.
Mhm.
I grew up, yo.
I
swear to God, I try to do the right thing every day of my life.
Yeah, me too. It's kind of hard sometimes.
It's kind of hard. You're absolutely right.
Depending on what it is, it's a battle. We all got that.
It's a battle.
You know?
Yeah.
I just try to. I don't know if you're a spiritual person, but just try to stay prayed up. And I know my wife, she has my back, and that's the main thing, man. Just try to stay prayed up, keep that relationship with God, and push forward, and try not to do nothing stupid. Sometimes it's easier said than done, because sometimes you can get caught up in some stupid stuff.
Clothing line. That's right. And have a plan. Every year, you should want to better yourself. Like, whatever you got in the bank now, you should have $5,000-$10,000 more than you had this year. Right. Whatever your physical state of mind, whatever your spiritual state of mind, how you feel next year, you want to be better than you was last year. You want to have goals for yourself, because if your life is not getting better as you get older, it's something you're doing wrong.
I can believe that. And I can say within these last maybe, I've been seeing improvement over the last 5 years.
Right. But like I said, you're only 34. My son is 30, so he's doing good. But you're only 34, fam. Just stay working hard, stay in the gym, make sure you work out, because other things that people don't think about is your health.
Yeah, I done got lazy with that too.
Even if you just walk 3 miles a day, one is good for you. It's good for your mind, your circulation, because you're especially driving that truck, right? Mm-hmm. And your family gets to see you walking. So now you teach your children how I got to get out and work out. Your wife, everybody starts picking up these habits. So let's take diabetes for a second. People say, with your mother, when you eat, they say, oh, it's hereditary. But it's not really hereditary. What it is that people, mothers or fathers, what they eat, their children pick up the same habits and be eating the same thing.
I can believe that.
That's how it becomes hereditary. It's not that you're actually born with it. It's how your family cooks. And then you pick up the way they cook, and you're eating the same greasy, unhealthy food.
Yeah, we guilty of that. And it's funny that you say that, because I know my wife and I, we just cut out red meat. She started a little bit before me. But about last year, I'm trying to do better, because they do say health is wealth. And I do want to live to become an old man and have a lot of money. So I dig that totally, 100%.
Yes. You got to stay healthy, especially when you talk about life insurance and credit, because that's the thing of this year, is to get people to deal with credit a lot more. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give Michelle Anderson a shout-out. This is the lady who I think is phenomenal in dealing with credit issues. So let me get this right. I'm going to pull it up. Dealing with credit, because she didn't do anything with my credit. My shit is together. But I like what she was talking about a couple months ago. And we stayed in touch, and I said, you know what? Next year I'm going into this thing about helping people with their credit. And like you said, people don't grasp onto these things like they should.
I wish I would have known when I was younger. I wish somebody would have told me these things when I was like 20 and stuff. But didn't nobody tell us. We just found out not that long ago.
You gotta have this credit, man. Her name's like Michelle Anderson, and hold on, because I'm driving. And I want people to reach out to her. It's the power of credit. And her phone number is area code 678-770-2172. Sharon Anderson, 678-770-2172. And it's the power of your credit. She can help you with everything and get your life right. Because I want men to start asking women to put this in their name, and then you're not going to be with the female and break up with her, then she come back and get the car. or you know what I mean? Get this apartment for me. Get this apartment for me in my name, but you got another female up in there. Or you got men who do that for females. It's just tired. I want men to be their own men and women to be their own women. Women usually have their stuff together, usually. But if you're a female out here listening to the show today and you ain't got your shit together, it's not too late. That you can work hard, save some money, and have a decent life as you get older, because what I try to do is really take the time to put people up on game, to make them better people, from their hairstyles to their health to how they speak to people, etc. It really means a lot to me, fam. It really does.
And I believe you, because you know what? First of all, I'd like to say that I think you're funny as hell. Me and my wife we saw you in the Atlanta Comedy Theater.
I had a
few years ago. We saw you there, and plus I listen to your podcast too.
Right.
So I try to keep, and I follow you on Instagram. So I try to keep in tune with you as much as I can.
I'm gonna be at the Atlanta Theater on February 28th.
You know what?
March 3rd. So I'm gonna give you tickets to that show.
Man, I really appreciate that. I think that's about the same time. It was Valentine's, actually.
Yeah, Valentine's. I normally come on Valentine's, not this year.
Okay, then. All right.
Not this year.
That makes sense, because that's about the same time when we went to
it started to get a little too corny for me. And I'm not really a Valentine's Day guy. You know what I mean? Like, you come there in relationships, I have you breaking up. most people in a relationship live a lie, you know? They lie about who they are, what they're doing, and once you hear my show, you are exposed.
I tell you what, it's funny, because I know we went to go see you, and, you know, we was already married then, but
right.
I heard what you said, and it was one of them situations. It's like, man, it was the truth, though. It kind of stunk a little bit, but it was some good truth.
Right,
but, you know, it didn't cause no dysfunction or nothing like that between me and my wife.
Yo, let me tell you something. I get people hit me on my DM after they see my show, and dudes like, I broke up with my girl, nigga, because she wasn't qualified. Or females like, yo, I broke up with my dude because he didn't do X, Y, and Z. I get all that, yo. I get all. When I say I get all that, fam. It's crazy. Damn. It really is. You know, it really is. So what I was going to ask you, so we talked about the credit, we talked about the show. To my fans on the show, the last week of January, check me out at the Kansas City Improv. I'll be up there for 7 shows. Make sure you check that out. And then, like I said, the Comedy Theater in Atlanta on February 28th to March 3rd. This year, you know, in my world, this year has gone by so fast as far as business, because I was supposed to be putting out my Netflix special last year. I hooked up with my attorney, David Chatico, and things got stagnated. So we got something in the works, but I could have been here the deal done. That's another thing to my fans who are listening, who are doing business and stuff. Like, what got me successful is when I really did things on my own, right? Mm-hmm. And when you deal with attorneys thinking that's the right thing to do, when you really think that's the right thing to do, that it's sometimes the wrong thing to do. Because this man has slowed me up, to be honest with you. Like, I paid them already, and it's one thing after another, and after this week, if it ain't right, I'm going to pull the trigger on them and got to give me my money back. Because I could have been had the special out. Because in this business, when you say something, right, and it doesn't happen, and people call you a liar.
I got you. It's risky, and I got you.
Yeah. I don't like being called a liar, because I've been building momentum for years, and I hooked up with these people, and it kind of slowed me up. So if it goes down any other time, if it doesn't go down, then I'm going to make my own moves and get back on track, because my record speaks for itself.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, though, I do look forward to seeing it, because I think you're funny. You be dropping some gems, because I ain't got no OG in my life. So when I hear stuff like that, you're like, damn, that was real. And I try to surround myself by real people. You know,
it's very important,
small. You be saying some stuff, it be right on the money. I just put it in my memory bank and when I can apply it to my life. I really do.
I wish everybody had a TK on their shoulder. I really do. You know, one of my people hit me on Instagram not too long ago and said, "What would TK do?" And I thought that was really cool that, you know, that people was thinking about me like that. Hold on a second, man. I got these guys working on my house. Hold on a second. Yeah, I'm getting some stuff done in my house, so I got them working.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I got them working. Yeah, I get the housekeeper, the Mexicans, and everybody at my house all at one time. Just looks like a lot of people. It's like, look, I'm rich.
I look forward to having their problems one day.
Yeah, you know, I just like a lot of people coming in and I just make you look successful. This is crazy. Yeah, so I'm getting ready tonight to do this show in LA.
Oh, okay, then that's cool.
Yeah, at the Laugh Factor. I'm excited about that. But this show will be airing tomorrow, which is Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. I'm recording this today, but it airs tomorrow. But listen, you have my number.
Okay.
All you got to do is stay focused. You call me anytime. Hey. And just remember, it's a marathon. It's not something that can happen in one year. You really got to put the time in for success. But then don't get attached to too many material things. And I want to share this with the audience too. And the reason why you don't want to do that is because you've never seen a U-Haul following a hearse. And my point is, you can't take it with you.
I've heard that before, and I believe that's true.
Yeah, if you believe it's true, it's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you ain't never seen a U-Haul following a hearse. So live your life, love your family, because that's really all you got. Love your kids, spend as much time with them, and give them all the memories you can. Because like when I was young, and I used to fly women to different places and all this kind of stuff, and I gave them memories, but then I realized one year that, okay, I'm not even with these girls like that, right? So let me take my daughter to spend more time, even though I always spend time with them, but let me do more. Let me do more so they can have the memories. So when I leave this earth and they looking around and commercial comes on, they can say, oh, yeah, my dad took me here one year, you know, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
That's what
and legacy is with money and businesses, but I also want to leave them memories.
Okay.
I also want to, you know, nothing like memories, and it helps them to choose their men. Yeah, choose their men a little better too as they get older.
Mhm.
Because these men out here right now in that age group, whew.
Tell me about it. I'm not man. I do got a daughter, and you know, so I get it. And I was a young guy once myself too. So you know,
right.
I ain't never been no dog women out or nothing like that.
Right.
I know the game. I know how it is. I know what's going on. So I totally understand. But before we get off the phone though, I would like to let you know that I really appreciate you calling and reaching out. That really means a lot to me. And it motivates
you're welcome, family.
To go harder and work harder at what I want to do as far as business-wise and as a man, because you didn't have to do it, but you did it. And I really, really appreciate it.
You're welcome, family. All I want you to do is win. You hear me?
I appreciate it.
You know, you win. Keep your head on straight. Keep your head on straight.
And I do that.
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. I don't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Okay, and then I'll see you at the show in Atlanta.
Okay.
February 28th to March 3rd. You got this is my cell phone number. This is directly to me.
Okay. And if you don't mind, every once in a blue moon, I just say, man, hey, how you doing? And I really appreciate you doing this. And I've still been working on my T-shirts. I did some stuff. I didn't like it. It was kind of whack, but I know what I can do to do better, to make it look better.
Right.
I did some stuff that I feel like I want to see
I'll rock
somebody.
it for you. I'll wear it for you.
I'll be sure to.
Yeah, I'll definitely wear it for you. Give that little kid a hug.
No, I'll do that.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
All right, thanks.
God bless you, my man. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the TK. Yeah, stay on with me, my man. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the TK Kirkland Show. We keep it real around here. May God bless you. May your pain be champagne. Make sure you listen to the podcast. Make sure you get the album Gangsta Conversation. Make sure you call Miss Cheryl Anderson to start working on your credit. She's a good woman, and I trust her. And to all the fans around the world, make sure you hit me on my DM. If you need any help, you need any advice, you need to talk to OG. T to the motherfucking K. We out, my man. God bless.
All right, God bless you too. Thanks.
Take care, my man.
Make sure you follow TK Kirkland on Instagram at TK_Kirkland for more information about upcoming events and more. Visit www.officialtkkirkland.com.
This episode of the TK Kirkland Show was produced by Chris Thomas, executively produced by Charlemagne the God. This is an official Loudspeakers Network production. Speakers Network production. Speakers Network production. Speakers Network production.